Hey guys, Chris from Canine Solutions Training Services. Recently, I have had quite a few interactions online, in person, with purely positive trainers who are really less than positive in real life or on the internet.
Do you know what? Do not say I'm ridiculous. You are saying that I am ridiculous.
Just because the method makes you happy doesn't mean that it's going to make your dog happy, because you and your dog are two different species. Crazy, isn't it? So it's always kind of strange to me why purely positive trainers get super emotional about what they think I do, and the customer's happy and the dog's happy. Maybe what we do isn't what you think we do. We're in a society now where you can't say what you believe in if it offends somebody else. So I'm certainly not trying to offend anyone, and if you're offended, that's on you. This dog in the video you're going to see bit both owners. I know there's people out there who be like, I'd put that dog down, and any dog that bit me, and blah, 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 blah. And then there's the soft side people who go, well, what did they do to the dog? What did they do? Did they make the dog uncomfortable? Frustration leads to anger. Anger leads to aggression. The methods of purely positive are very frustrating for a dog. I think a lot of people would be shocked to realize that purely positive, or something called purely positive, can actually be very negative. And something that uses correction, which would be considered a negative, could actually be very beneficial and positive. I know it's I don't know, it's like happily married jumbo shrimp. Yeah, that's the way it goes. But what's the general impression that the dog has of you? Are you a leader, or are you a doormat? Or are you someone that the dog fears? Well, I don't want the fear, and I don't want the doormat. I want the leader. Clarity. That's what we want. So doesn't it make sense that a dog's language is the clearest form of communication to them, not a substituted human ideology of let's not make the dog uncomfortable? And that's why I don't like purely positive training. I don't believe in that. I don't think nature believes in it. The dog's mother certainly doesn't believe in it. The siblings don't believe in it. The dog doesn't believe in it. But because we want to be happy and everybody gets a trophy and no child left behind, we're enabling a whole generations actually, of dogs to be in a selfish mindset, not in a service mindset. Service is good. Service has limits. If you teach the dog that it never has to deal with stress, that's crazy, because life is about stress, and stress is going to come in, and then the dog has no immunity to the stress, and it becomes a wild dog and freaks out. It either runs, flight, or it attacks, fight or flight, fight or flight. You may not agree with me. Okay, if you're a purely positive trainer and you disagree with me, just calm down. Just calm down. You don't have to freak out.
I'm a little pissed off. Now some of you are already like,
this guy is a dick.
and trust me, I get it. I'm an uneducated individual.
The results speak for themselves. The dog has disrespect around food, and they've been taught, leave it. The dog is human aggressive, and the dog is dog aggressive. So I'm going to do a before and after of each one of these so you can see for yourself what they came in with after multiple completed graduated sessions of purely positive obedience and half an hour with communicating to the dog the way the dog understands. You have to balance your account with the dog. That's what I do. I'm a behavioral accountant for people and for dogs. All right, so check this out. This is 16-month-old German Shepherd, purely positive trained with a lot of problems. Check it out. So we've got disobedience around food just because of the way you've been taught. We've got aggression with people, and we've got aggression with dogs. Would that be accurate?
Yes.
And he's transferred and bitten you when he sees another dog and he can't get to the dog.
Right.
That's called transference. Okay? All right. So let me be clear about this. If the dog understands what the command leave it means, you don't have to yell. You don't have to pull on the leash. You don't have to move your body. You don't have to get the dog's attention. You just simply give the command, leave it, and the dog leaves it. You were taught leave it at your classes. So just say, leave it. Remember that? We just did that?
Yeah.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
Leave it.
Let him out. Ready?
Leave it.
Leave it.
Okay, so he doesn't understand what that means because purely positive people just say, leave it, and then they pull the dog away. It doesn't work. Say leave it. Relax.
Leave it.
Relax.
Leave it.
Relax, Dad. You don't have to yell. Right? Okay, so you see the leave it problem. They were taught leave it. Leave it, leave it, and then the dog gets a cookie over here away from the cookie. But you're going to be running around all day going, leave it, leave it, leave that, leave this, leave that, leave this, leave it.
Leave it, 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 leave it.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Why would you do that? It doesn't work because you're requiring the dog to understand that a command in this case English, human language, is just associated with pulling the dog away. Well, what purely positive people don't understand is that there's a thing called opposition reflex. If a dog has a desire to go to something and you gently pull it away, you are creating what's called opposition reflex, and the dog is now pulling towards the item that it wants. Now you're associating a label to it, leave it. So you think you're actually teaching your dog to leave it because it makes sense to you because you're a human, and what you're actually doing is teaching the dog that leave it means pull me towards it. It's crazy, isn't it? Because dog training's wicked easy. You can figure it out so fast. It's not. It's a different species. It's interspecies communication. So check it out. I'm going to work with the dog and I'm going to teach it in a very natural way, and you can see how quickly the dog gets it. Now before, he's killing himself trying to get over it, right?
Yeah.
So we'll bring it closer.
Wow.
Whose food is it?
Yours?
Look at him. Watch, watch, watch. What's he doing? Right? That behavior of the dog backing up away from the food, he's not panicking, but he's backing up away from the food. That is how the dog communicates and shows you, I understand what you're saying. That's not my food, it's your food. Allow me to get away from it. Okay, so now in this next scenario, we have human aggression. The dog is wildly aggressive when he sees people that he doesn't know. So they've been taught by purely positive trainers to socialize their dog. Socialize doesn't mean just run around and be wild and play with other dogs and let people pet you. That's chaos. It's one of these things that people think, well, we'll just take our dog out and let him meet people and play with other dogs. That's not how you socialize. That's you just being a butler and walking around behind the dog. There's hyper-social dogs. Like think of a golden retriever or a lab, just like, hey, what's up? What's up? A meteor hits them and they're like, yeah. You don't want people in your face. What's up? How's it going? You don't want that. That's hyper-social. They knock kids over. They don't mean it, but they knock kids over. Then you have antisocial, which is a dog who's running away or being defensive or showing aggression. And people go, oh, it's okay. You're reinforcing fear. Or the people that drive me crazy, they come up and go, I know dogs. Dogs love me. And they come at the dog like this, like, Grandma, hi, what's up? Oh, is that look creepy to you? That look creepy? Come here, buddy. That makes the dog antisocial. You don't want either of those, right? You want, how you doing? Good to see you. Nice to meet you. I want neutrally social. Balance, neutrally social. Manners. You don't have to run up to everyone you see and start kissing them. So this is the before, the way they've been taught to socialize their dog. So check it out. Put your hand down, don't just pretty scary, right? Okay, so remember, this dog's 16 months old. They've had it since it was a baby. They've been through classes in a couple of different places. They've graduated. Think about it, okay? Now, I'm going to teach the dog to be neutrally social. So check this out. Balance, taught the way the dog understands. And walk away. Okay. Pretty good. Client's happy. Dog's happy. Unbelievable. In just seconds, right? So now we're going to work on dogs. He's dog aggressive. He sees another dog and he loses his damn mind. Why is he losing his mind? He's losing his mind because he's barrier frustrated. It's like a little temper tantrum on the end of the leash where he's like, "Bow!" Now, by the way, my son's dog, handled by Dylan, is in the video, and he's a Dutch Shepherd, and he has manners. So he's like, whatever, I don't care. He didn't come that way. He was trained. Good dogs are made, not just blossom from the ground like flowers. So this dog has turned around and bitten its owners in transference. In fact, you'll see that this lady is very afraid of getting bitten by this dog. As I take the dog and teach him, you can't do that. I teach him, teach, not break, not bribe, not punish, not avoid, teach. You're worried about being bitten. Yeah. Whoa, see? If you look in all three of these instances, the dog goes, oh, I thought you wanted me to be an asshole. See, at the other classes, they were teaching me how to do this because they didn't want to hurt my feelings, but I got the wrong impression because I thought I was Justin Bieber or Paris Hilton. I'm a brat, and that's what purely positive training teaches. It teaches the dog that they're in charge of the pack. So their pack order, okay, you don't like pack order? Who's the teacher? Who's the student? Most dogs that come in think they're the teacher that have been through purely positive training. By the way, did you notice that the dog is very willing to use negative correction? Because it's natural. So check it out. I'm going to teach this dog how to be neutrally social. He's still here, right? You guys are calm. Dog's calm. You can walk out. Watch when he turns around. Watch. I'm certainly not trying to pick on anyone. I'm not trying to bully anyone. This isn't personal. This is about the methodology and the philosophy. It seems nowadays that people need to just feel good rather than understand what the truth is. It's difficult. Difficult time to be a dog. Very, very difficult time to be a dog. I hope you learned something, and whether you like it or not, throw a comment down there. If you have any questions, we'd love to hear from you. Canine Solutions Training Services, caninests.com. It's letter K, number 9, sts.com. Check us out on Facebook, Canine Solutions Training Services page on Facebook. We love to hear from you again. And like and subscribe to the video down there. And don't forget to comment. Share the hell out of it too, will ya? Because we want to get the word out, right? Just trying to get the word out. Thanks for watching. This is my chicken right there. What are you doing? Huh?